Marvel stands at a crossroads, with its cinematic storytelling ripe for evolution. After more than a decade of interconnected stories, spectacular heroes, and thrilling villainy, questions swirl around where this universe should head next. Now, more than ever, Marvel has the opportunity to redefine blockbuster entertainment by merging its vast comic book multiverse with its cinematic universe, crafting stories that are bolder, richer, and far more surprising. Imagine a Marvel landscape where the boundaries between the comics and films become delightfully blurred. The source material across decades is a treasure trove of storylines, character arcs, alternate realities, and memorable crossovers. By mining this legacy, Marvel can invigorate its cinematic universe and bring fresh energy to beloved heroes. This means not just retelling origin stories, but finally embracing the full scope and audaciousness of comic book storytelling. Multiversal mayhem, cosmic odysseys, time paradoxes, and unexpected character alliances. So how could this work in practice? First, Marvel has the chance to delve deeper into its multiverse, as teased in recent films like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This opens the door to thrilling possibilities. Different iterations of Spider-Man, and not just the ones we know, could meet at a crossroads, each with distinct personalities, motivations, and burdens. Imagine Spider-Man encountering Iceman, not just as fellow heroes, but as old friends from their days as young X-Men in the comics. Their dynamic could open up themes of friendship, loss, and what it means to grow apart while saving the world. The potential isn't limited to Marvel's in-house characters. With the cinematic universe already demonstrating its willingness to cross streaming platforms and production studios, there's room for even bigger, boundary-pushing stories. Can you picture an electrifying team-up or rivalry between Marvel's wildcard heroes and outsiders like Spawn, a character born of darkness and moral ambiguity? While Spawn technically belongs to Image Comics and the legal logistics may be tough, the appeal of a grittier crossover is undeniable. Picture a world where Spider-Man and Spawn must set aside their differences to stop an interdimensional threat, confronting their own inner darkness along the way. Time travel, always a staple in Marvel Comics, is another opportunity waiting to be seized. Wolverine, a character whose claws have cut through centuries, could once again join forces with Cable, the grizzled, cybernetic mutant soldier from the future. Their turbulent alliance is ripe for exploration. Together, they tackle age-old questions about fate, redemption, and sacrifice against a backdrop that weaves through the dystopias, apocalyptic futures, and wild Old West landscapes of Marvel's timelines. Such journeys present not just physical battles, but philosophical ones. What would you change if you could rewrite your own history? The allure of crossovers doesn't stop at intramural Marvel matchups. One of the most exciting prospects is a multifaceted universe where Marvel heroes face off, or unite, with legends from other cinematic worlds. Consider the drama and spectacle of Wolverine crossing claws with Riddick, the sly and relentless anti-hero from the Chronicles of Riddick series. Both are ferocious survivors, loners shaped by their harsh realities. A story pitting them against a predatory alien horde. Think the xenomorphs from Aliens and the monstrous hunters from Predator, would be an action-packed survival epic. The stakes would be primal, the alliances uneasy, and every victory hard-won. This kind of crossover would not only be a visual thrill, but a narrative goldmine, showcasing character development under unimaginable pressure. Who leads when every alpha wants to be in charge? Who survives when every move can mean life or death? These kinds of films would be more than mere spectacle. They'd challenge our expectations and give actors the chance to show new sides of iconic roles. Among countless potential crossovers, the most unforgettable would be those that push heroes beyond their moral limits. What if, in a twist, a single Marvel hero turned rogue, a story inspired by fan-favorite what-if comic arcs? Imagine Iron Man, frustrated by the world's recurring chaos, deciding to assert his vision for peace through force, recruiting an equally disillusioned Hulk. Together, they become an unstoppable force, taking out friends and foes alike in New York. drawing clear lines in the sand about power, responsibility, and the ease with which good intentions can turn deadly. Such a narrative would be shocking. Beloved characters falling to their former ally, loyalty crumbling under the weight of ambition. Imagine the gut punch as audiences watch the end of the Avengers, the fall of the X-Men. It's a story that would ask hard questions. What do we do when our idols betray us? How do we keep hope alive when the worst comes from those we've trusted most? It's true, these darker storylines are risky. Some viewers will be devastated. Others will be thrilled by the freshness and emotional complexity. Ultimately, this kind of storytelling respects the intelligence and emotional investment of audiences who have grown up with these characters. The hero's journey has always involved darkness, and sometimes the most compelling stories are those that force us to confront the limits of our ideals. On the other hand, the idea of seeing Iron Man and Hulk devastating Manhattan would be both horrifying and mesmerizing. The fallout would ripple through every corner of the Marvel world, heroes rising to stop them, villains seizing the chaos, and ordinary citizens forced to pick sides or simply survive. As a fan in the audience, shock would blend with awe. Questions would echo long after the credits roll. Can these heroes be redeemed? Or is there such a thing as going too far? For Marvel, the next evolutionary step is clear. Embrace the sprawling, interconnected reality of its universe, not with simple cameos or surface-level crossovers, but with fearless storytelling. These are the stories that redefine what it means to be a hero, to face consequence, and to dream of a world always on the brink of change. The best crossovers, in the end, are about more than spectacle. They're about allowing characters to grow, to be tested, and to surprise us. They break the mold of good versus bad, pulling the audience into a world where anything is possible. That's the Marvel Universe at its best, limitless, daring, and forever evolving.